Hello, my name is Melinda. I have MS and I'm making a video about it. Um, I am 27 years old and I have had MS for 2 years. I'm putting in quotes because I feel like I've had it for much longer, but 2 years officially. My girlfriend has been pushing me to make this video, and I'm very nervous about it. I don't know where to look, whether I should look at the camera up there or look at my face, and it's on a big old screen, so my face is like this big and it's right there, and I don't know if I should look at it or look up top, so bear with me. I guess she feels that this video will be therapeutic for me, and also that I could help other people by talking about it, which might be true. I don't know. We shall see. So I guess I'm gonna tell you about what happened when, I first realized it, what was going on. 2012, in June, I believe it was like late June 2012, I was in school to become an esthetician, which is like skincare, waxing, makeup, facials, all that stuff. And I was getting ready to present a project, which was a pretty funny, like half-assed, basically comedy routine that I made for school, all about, I think it was like some sort of skin resurfacing, but it was intense. It was like a chemical peel or something. But so I was getting ready to do that report, and everybody else was getting up, and theirs was like really detailed, and some of them brought like trifolds in, and it was serious. And I'm like, oh God, I'm like, my project's gonna be like 3 minutes, and it's gonna be silly, and I did not think it was that serious. So I'm sitting here like, oh crap, here we go, I'm gonna be next. And then I start to notice my vision in my right eyes was like started to get blurry. So I was like, and I thought maybe it was the fluorescent lights or it was my nerves getting to me. Coffee. And so I just was like, whatever. I like kept blinking it off. And I got up, I did my project, and it went over really well. Thank God, it was funny because it was like a 3-minute really bad report on skin. And so I did it, and I just thought like, okay, well, I don't know what the hell's going on with my eye, but whatever. And for weeks, it started to get worse. It was like worse, and they're like, my friends at school were like, you should probably go to the hospital. And I'm like, yeah. And so of course I had no medical insurance, and I'm like, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to have a huge bill, and for what? Because my eye's a little blurry. Like, I'll get over it. Finally, though, I guess it just got too bad, and it really scared the crap out of me. So I told my girlfriend, I said, okay, I think it's time. I think we have to go to the hospital. So we go to St. Mary's, which is actually a really good hospital. They were really nice to me up near where she lives. And so they put me in, and I'm sitting there. They took blood. They did everything, and they gave me an MRI. They also dilated my pupils because they thought, it could be an eye problem. So I was blind for like 3 hours. My pupils were huge. It looked like I took a ton of LSD, and I looked like a maniac. And I couldn't see. So, of course, the eye doctor couldn't find anything. So they gave me an MRI, and I stayed overnight. And the next day, early in the morning, it was like probably 8 o'clock in the morning, doctor comes in, and there were several doctors coming in and out of the room. And the doctor comes in and says, well, I saw your MRI, and you have MS. And it's hard for me to even say you have MS. That's fucked up. I can't even say it. It's hard. I'm still in like denial to a certain extent. I think it like, I don't know if it keeps me sane or what, but, and I remember just being completely shocked. And as soon as he said MS, like, my brain, like, automatically thought wheelchair. And I thought, Annette Funicello, I think I said her name right, I don't hate to butcher another Italian's name, but I thought of her from the Mickey Mouse Club because my mom loved her, and so automatically I thought, oh my god, like, wheelchair, done, your life's over. And I was in shock and just staring, and like my eyes filled up, and I just kept like, I was like, when is he going to be done talking? When is he going to, like, I didn't want to hear anything. I just wanted to run outside, smoke a cigarette, call my girlfriend and my best friend, and just like scream and cry and cry and cry and cry. So as soon as he walked out of the room, that's exactly what I did. I put my jacket on, whatever, ran, left the building, and called my girlfriend and cried and cried. And I called my best friend, and she was surprisingly calm about it. And I think that some people, like, the reactions are either like really calm or really, upset. I think that the people, who are really upset, or like the people like me who think automatically wheelchair, your life's over, and you're not going to do anything. It's just a wrap. Your life's over, and I was 25 at the time. You're 25 years old and it's over. And then the people who are really calm kind of just don't, know much better. Think it's like not that big of a deal. Like, it's not like I said, hey, I have cancer. If you say, hey, I have cancer, they're like, oh, you have cancer. It's serious. Like chemo, you're going to go bald. And, people take things differently. So she was very calm about it. And so I went back in the hospital, and the nurse who was there was wonderful. She was amazing, little blonde, peppy nurse, and she came in and she said, I told the doctor, because he wasn't the neurologist. The neurologist was a woman. I still hadn't spoke with her yet, but I had to wait. She said, I told the doctor to go in there and talk to you because you're sitting there waiting, and they apparently had known for some time and saw the scan of my brain and saw the spots that were missing in my brain, and I had the optic neuritis, so, the right side of your brain controls your left and vice versa. So apparently there was like a nugget on the left side of my brain. It was like the size of a golf ball where it affected my optic nerve to go to the right. So that was huge. And so she's like, I told him to just go and speak with you, that you couldn't, wait for the neurologist. It's pretty ridiculous to wait. And, yeah, so she's like, I saw you, haul ass out of here, and, you were really upset, and, she said, sorry, and yada, yada, yada. So anyway, I had to get put on steroids immediately, which is an injection. It's already 8 minutes. I'm talking a lot. It's IV medicine. And, oh, the thing just fell off the TV, the decoration. That was creepy. So I had to get put on that, and then when I actually finally spoke to the neurologist, she showed me my brain, and I saw it, and there was, 3 spots. One was big for the eye, and then there was 2 little ones that, weren't too frightening, and she said, well, it could not be a mess. This could be damage from, migraines or whatever. But you should go get a spinal tap and check it out, but you're going to stay on the steroids for 3 days. So I'm like, okay, I still don't have any medical insurance. I'm not going to get a spinal tap. I'm not worried about that right now. All I have to worry about is graduating school and, yeah, trying to be normal. And I was completely in denial at that point. So I did the steroids for 3 days. I had to go to school with a little tube in my arm. And, yeah, after about a month, my eye cleared up, came back, which I was very happy about. I felt like it was never going to come back. And, yeah, then I just went about school. I finished and I graduated and I went to Las Vegas with my girlfriend for a pool tournament. Came back, got a internship at a salon, and just kind of continued my life. You know, I've always been fatigued, like since I was basically a child, but I noticed it really bad when I was a teenager. So I've always, you know, had caffeine and diet pills and whatever else to like get through life and work. And so I just continued to do that, you know, to get through it. And yeah, I worked and yeah, so that's my MS story part 1, optic neuritis. So I don't want to make this video too long. It's already 10 minutes and I know that everyone's attention span doesn't last that long, especially on YouTube, and there's not like a cat playing the piano or anything to keep you occupied. So yeah, step 1 done. All right, thank you.